Hello, welcome to Marketing Matters, the show where we explore all things marketing and uncover those things that matter for you and your success. I'm your host, Denise Millay, and my hope and mission is to bring marketing and technology to you in a way that's useful, without jargon, complexity, or confusion, so you can grow your business, expand your impact in the world, and build your best life. Today's episode is called Help, I Need a Digital Product. We're going to discuss the different types of products, digital products, and the easy one for you to get started with. So let's get moving. And by now, viewers, you've seen how much I admire Mr. Seth Godin. He's an amazing marketing thought leader and author, and I wanted to share this quote with you. He says, "Marketing is no longer about the stuff you make, but about the stories you tell." So I wanted to share this quote today because we should always keep in mind that what we offer online is not just a product, as much as everybody calls it that in our industry. It's a story or an experience that resonates with your audience. It's something that matters to them that you're providing, that helps them, that's useful, that makes a difference in their lives. So don't lose sight of that as you're thinking about what you're going to create. So you're thinking about creating a digital product to sell or provide as a way to get people on your email list, right? What's the easy one to get you started and why, right? Well, here's a list of some of the product types we talked about in our last episode: courses, ebooks, events, guides, memberships, newsletters, workshops, right? These are all very, very wonderful things to develop for your audience. But if you're just starting out, they might seem incredibly daunting, and it might be too much if you don't really understand your audience yet, or you haven't had a lot of communication with them, and you're just beginning the relationship. So let's move to additional things that you can think about: templates, checklists, planners, images, icons, graphics. These are things that are incredibly useful to busy business owners and entrepreneurs like yourself, right? So if you think about when you're doing everything yourself, you have a list, a calendar, a to-do list of a million things you have to get done in a day, in a week, to stay on top of things. And we all know that social media and posting on our blogs and our websites and producing podcasts and all those things that we engage to do to get our message out take time, right? So you, as a business provider of digital products or something online, can help your peers and help your audience by providing something they can use to save time and to answer something that is troubling them or is weighing them down. So I want to talk about the ones that are easiest to create and could possibly have the biggest impact for people. And that is templates. And what's a template, you might ask, right? Well, a template is a document or file having a preset format used as a starting point for a particular application, so the format does not have to be recreated each time it's used. Now that's a fancy definition. What is it really? What it really is something that is a shortcut, something that you know the formula to make, and you can make it easier for someone else to copy that and insert their name, insert their web address, insert their particular stuff in it, but still have the bulk of it created for them, so they don't have to do that one task, and thus you minimize the amount of work they have on their plate, right? So here's an example of a video I did for social media. And if you take a look at it, oops, where is it going? Okay. And I don't know why it's still showing you the white part, but there's a very pretty video underneath here that says, "I believe in me," right? So it's an inspirational post, and I included the video I created in Canva. I know we've talked about that before. This is an online service. It's a free service that you can create all sorts of beautiful graphics and videos for people. And then I included a document with the text for the post to use along with the video. So if you think about what we put on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or Reddit or any of the other Instagram, the other social media platforms, they have a format, right? They have an image or a video, a piece of media, right? Video that has audio, or it could just be a flat image, it's just a picture. And then there's text that you assign to it on the bottom that the user can read. You have hashtags that help distribute your message further on the social media platform. You can have links, you can use little emojis and icons, right? So that's the formula for a Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn post, and they vary a little bit differently for each platform, but you know that because you've created them for yourself, right? So if you had somebody walk up to you and say, hey, I do this kind of business and it's in your group, would you like 10 social media posts that I've used in the past that were very effective and the templates for the setup of those posts, and maybe save yourself an hour's worth of work? Well, you'd say sure. And you'd say, well, what's the catch? You'd say, well, sign up to my email list so that I can share what else I do in my work and my business, but just so I can help you, right? So that's the easiest thing because it's such a great win for people. And people are so bogged down in all the details of what they have to stay on top of to make sure that you're visible in the online world, right? So I'm going to say templates, social media posts, graphics, and text are just a phenomenal way to do this. So I'm sorry you can't see the video underneath that text box there, but it's too late for me to change this presentation right now. But I will show you the text that I also gave along with that video. So, oh, well, here now it shows the video. So isn't it pretty? It's the ocean, says I believe in me. It was meant to be very inspirational. Now here's the text that I gave. Everything in red is meant to be personalized by the person that receives it. And this was just in a Word document that I could allow people to download, right? So if you look it up here, the things you need for a post, right? The date and time that you want the person to post it or that you plan to post it for your own records. The title, because everything has to have a title. What platforms this is meant for. In this case, it was for Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. I had a link with this post that I included my website link, and the red part is where you would insert your address. And then the graphics, the video file name, and the thumbnail image, this flat image, are these file names right here. Now here is the text for all three platforms. And you'll see I included the character count because some platforms only allow a certain amount of characters, right? So here's the post for Facebook. Do you believe in you? We all have moments of doubt that can derail our momentum. I use this trick when doubt creeps into my thinking. I say out loud, I believe in me. The negative thoughts get interrupted so that I can refocus. Till the next time you find yourself wandering into doubt territory, try it out and see. Have a terrific day. And then I included a link to my website. Sometimes you want to do that, sometimes you don't. Now Twitter, you can only have 154 characters, right? So I had to cut it down for that. And then Instagram um, is kind of a different platform, but I reused the same exact text as I did on Facebook. And I changed to red what the person getting this template would insert their web address. Simple, right? It's not really rocket science. It's just that I'm sharing something that's a shortcut that I'm saying, hey, copy and paste this and go ahead and use it because people liked it. They resonated with it. And it's not so special and unique. There are so many millions of people online that your audience isn't going to know that my audience saw it already, right? Or if they do, they'll just get to see it again and enjoy it again. And so you don't have to worry about sharing something that's been out there a million times because there's so many people and we're all connected to different people that it can still have a great impact, okay? So it's something that's super, super easy. And so let's move on from there. So Now here's an example of some social media graphics I included as a bundle of inspirational posts, which is like a number 5 to 10 posts that include the image as well as the text. So here they are. So here's one autumn, one from Aristotle. Jim Rohn is a business owner. This one with the dog, you've got this. Have the end in mind every day and make sure you're working toward it. So I included the document that had all the text for each one of these, just like I did for the one video. And, oops, I went ahead and I shouldn't have gone ahead. So what you need to think about in doing this bundling is that each individual image is going to be a file that you're going to create in Canva and download and save to your computer. And then you're going to have a text document either in Microsoft Word, a Google Doc, or you can even do it in a spreadsheet like Excel or a Google Sheet and have separate tabs for each one, or just have them flow to each other, okay? However you can put the information so it's very clear and understandable for someone to just cut and paste so they really do save the time that you intend to save them is really wonderful. And I'm going to show you how to create these in a minute. So now, Seth Godin, I want to interject before we go too much further. What he reminds us is when we provide, people do not buy goods and services. They buy relationships, stories, and magic, okay? When we provide useful and helpful items for our peers and our potential clients and customers, we're building the foundation for future relationship and interaction. So if you think about what an email list really is, it's a list of people that are interested in what you have to say, or could be interested in working with you in the future, or potentially buying something from you in the future. But you don't start out from the very beginning saying, hey, be my best friend, right? None of us does that. When we meet somebody, you start out as an acquaintance, as an introduction, as a get to know me a little bit. Here's my name, here's what I do, here's where I come from, right? And then as you go on and you present more information, they get to know a little bit more about you and a little bit more about you. And it builds into a point where they might get to a place where they know a little bit more about you. They're willing to trust that you are on the same wavelength they are, and that you might be able to work with each other. And that's a super important thing. So every little thing you do along the way to provide helpful, useful content for people, whether it's a blog post, a giveaway to get your email list going, whether it's a podcast or anything you create, is seen as a stepping stone in building relationships. All right, we don't do this just for the sake of saying, here's a gift. Now love me, or now buy from me, right? You can't do that. It just doesn't work, and you wouldn't respond well to it if someone did it to you. So you have to step back and think about what the person that you're trying to reach is really going through and living at the moment and what's happening. And we all know, because of ourselves, that the tasks we have to do on a regular basis that are repetitive and take a lot of time, they're very important, like social media and getting your message out, but they take a lot of time. And that time is sometimes not always available. So if you can give somebody 5 or 10 social media posts to intersperse with their weekly, monthly calendar, you've saved them 10 minutes, 15 minutes a post. And that's a lot of time when you are bogged down in details and you have a lot of things to do. So if you can be genuine about sharing these things and making sure they're a point and they're useful, that's really important, then you can have a benefit to that person that they'll remember. And that is a great first footing in building a relationship and nurturing a sense of community and understanding with someone. So soapbox down now. I'm done lecturing. So let's build it. Let's build one of these things so you can understand how to create them if you don't already understand how to do this. So let me do intro and bring up my Canva account. Now, if you don't have a free Canva account, I'm going to say to go to canva.com. There's no affiliate link here. Just go straight from your browser, your Chrome or your Firefox, type in canva.com and create an account. It is free for life, and you have limited features, but the features they're offering are so wonderful that you don't have to pay for it right away. I worked with it for 2 years before I even paid the annual fee, which was nominal, to get some of the professional options. But I do have a pro account, but I lived for 2 years without that. So here's the main screen you get to when you log in after you create your account. And so what we're going to talk about is creating a Facebook post, right? And what we want to do is we want to go to templates in their library of all the different kinds of Facebook posts they have. So you click on templates over here on the left, and hopefully it'll come up. There you go. Okay. So now what we need is a social media. And let's say we're going to do a Facebook post. These are just shortcuts to make it easier for you. Okay. Now let's say you're going to do some holiday posts, okay, because a major holiday is coming up. So let's say that Valentine's Day is coming up and you want to do some interesting Valentine's Day Facebook posts. Okay, so maybe that's not a great business one. Okay, here's a good one. All it is Happy Valentine's Day, right? It says I love you. That's not really a good business one, so here you go. Happy Valentine's Day. Now what you can do here is just change this to, well, you click on the image that you want to create a post for, and then you can click on any of this and change it. So what I would say is I would change this to read actually I would take this away and not have it there, okay? But I would then put, because the person that you're giving this to isn't going to be able to change this image, right? But you are going to be able to put additional text on here that makes it more business-like, right? So Happy Valentine's Day, add a subheading, and it just puts a little text box there, and you can say, we appreciate working with you and hope you know how much we care about you. So if you were doing business, that would be a great thing to say, right? Now I want to make this a little bit bigger, and you can do all the editing you want. So this text here, I'd probably want to make it italicized because I like italics, and make it bold. So see that message? We appreciate working with you and hope you know how much we care about you. That's not bad, right? Okay, so you have this image that you've created in Canva, and so then you're going to say save it. So you hit File, Save. Now the other thing is up here, this is the title of the file, right? Red and white background, Happy Valentine's Day Facebook post. You don't need that, so you can say Facebook post 1, and that'll be your name, and actually do that before you save the file. So now you can save it. Now you want to download it to your computer so you can share it, right? So here's the share button, and you're going to say download. Now when you have images that are going to social media posts, they are in this format, .png, and this is the size that Facebook needs your image to be. This 940 by 788, so you don't have to change any of this. All you have to do is click download, and this will be the file name, .png, will be downloaded to your downloads folder on your computer. So click download, and it's downloading, and you'll see over here in the lower left, Facebook post 1.png was downloaded to my computer. Great, right? Okay, so let's go back to home, and we're going to create another one. And let's say we're looking for templates again, and social media, we're going to do a Facebook post, and we're going to do St. Patrick's Day. Let me just make sure I chose Facebook post here so they're the right size. There you go. So here's one that I like. I say luck is when an opportunity comes along and you're prepared for it. Happy St. Patrick's Day. That has a kind of an inspirational business message to it, which is really helpful. So I'm going to say customize this template, or click on it, and it creates a post for me. So now first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to Facebook post 2. And what you need is probably, actually that's all you have to say. I think this really says it all. So now I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to download it, the same size that it was, 940 by 788, a PNG, and say download. And so now Facebook post 2.png is in my downloads folder. Okay, so now we have 2, and we could go through so many different things that we could do. We can create Instagram posts. Oops, sorry about that, folks. We can create Instagram posts. All these things are in the template. So if you go back to home, sorry it's slow, but I'm recording this, so it takes a little time. So you're in the template section, and you'll see in social media, you have Instagram posts, you have LinkedIn videos, you have Twitter posts, and when you select the category here, like Twitter needs a different sized image, right? So I'm doing a Twitter post, and you could create a blank one and start from scratch, but that kind of defeats the purpose, right? So what we want to say is we want to find Twitter post for, let's say, happy holidays, for the winter holidays. And we're going to go make sure we're in social media. In case it doesn't look that size, go to Twitter. Now you see all these, the size of them? Happy holiday, happy holiday. Here you go. I don't want Santa. Santa's a little bit too much. Happy holidays, where are you? The same. Oh, here's a wonderful one. Happy weekend, the adventure begins. Isn't that very inspirational, right? So we're going to customize this one. And we'll change the title of it to Twitter 1. And we're going to save it. Now we don't need to make any other changes because we can't personalize it to our customer. They have to create text to do that. And if they want to edit it and put a banner on it, they can do that. But you're giving them the most of the work. So now we're going to download it. And you'll see the size for Twitter is 1600 by 900 pixels, and it's a PNG file. So now we're going to download it. And you'll see I have a Twitter post 1 in PNG. Okay. So now we're going to stop sharing Canva here. And what I'm going to share with you next is my Google account. This is how you would share this with your potential, as a potential giveaway. Okay? So you open up your Google Drive, and every Gmail account, you have a Google Drive account, right? Cloud storage. So I'm going to sign in, which I should have done before this. I apologize. I'll just take a second. Close some of these things so my computer will run a little bit faster because it's a little slow because I'm recording. So here we go. Now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on New, okay? and you're going to create a new file folder and name the file post bundle, right? Create. So you see it created a file folder. You're going to click on that file folder, and then you are going to click on new, and you're going to upload files. And I'm going to my downloads folder, and you'll see right here are those 3 things that I just created. So I'm going to highlight all 3 and say open. And they are all going to be uploaded to Google Drive in that folder. Okay, and it's all complete. Now I'm going to upload the text file. Now, I didn't create it in Google Docs, but you could create it there. But I'm going to upload my Word document that I showed you before that has the text for the share of the text for the social media posts. So give me a second and I will find that. Here it is. Well, this is one of them. Okay, content.docx. Okay, so now they're all up there in this file folder called Post Bundle. So what you want to do is you want to go back to your drive, and you see the Post Bundle here. You want to right click on it and you want to share it. Now if you're watching this on the replay, obviously you can stop and start this and take your own screenshots of these things, or turn on Otter AI and get a transcript of what you can do so you can take notes. Oops, sharing is not available. Since I have to refresh. My computer is not liking me today. Share, please. There you go. So who are you going to share this with? You want anybody who has the link. So anybody you send a link to this folder, they can access it. Okay? And you say done. Once that's done, then you can say get the link. Copy the link. And it's copied to your clipboard. Okay? Now let's show you what that means really fast. Over here, and I'm going to create a new I want to say file. Where's the new button? Okay, here we go. New text file, so I can show you what this means. Where are you? Boy, today is a tough day. New. Let me just do a text document, it's easiest. Now if I paste what's on my clipboard, you will see, hopefully you can see this is the link that if I wanted to share that folder with the documents in it that are the 3 templates and the text, I would put this link in the email that I gave to somebody to share this gift. And exactly like this, cut and paste this and put it in your email as a link, and they will be able to go and download all those assets. So that was quite a demonstration, huh? A little bit slower than I wanted, but I hope it was helpful for you. So we've saved the document, we've created 3 posts, we put it in a folder up on Google Drive. We made the folder shareable, and then we can share the link with our audience. So I hope that's helpful. So today I have a free gift for you. It's called the guide called 5 Website Secrets to Make Sure Your Ideal Customers Find You. So you want to go to dmillay.com/5, F-I-V-E, and sign up there, and it'll give you, you'll get an email with a link that you can download the document. So take a minute, write that down, and I want to tell you little bit about what I do for my customers. I create websites in Kajabi, High Level, and WordPress for entrepreneurs and business owners that want to save some time because they're bogged down in too many other details and they need to really have someone else help them. So I create websites, I create email campaigns, I do social media graphics, I create digital products and courses for people. So if you're interested in any of that, please go to my website at dmillay.com and go to the contact page and reach out, and I'd love to start a conversation with you. I also have a product called Finding Your Dream Clients, and that's available at dmillay.com /offers WAY3GTCD. So take note of that, take a screenshot if you'd like. It helps you build out your potential client profiles so that you can understand who you're speaking to when you write your messaging. And there are case studies and there's a video showing you how I go through the whole process. So if you're interested in that, please go there. And then thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you could join me for this episode of Marketing Matters. I know how precious your time is, and my hope is you came away from this with some nuggets you can apply to your business. My aim is to provide clear, useful info for you so you can have a thriving business, amazing relationships with your customers and clients. And as always, if you have any questions, go to my website, dmillay.com, or my Facebook page called The Marketing Matters Show, or you can, look for the contact page on my website. And join me here next week for our next episode, our continuing episodes, helping you do the marketing and technology you need to have a thriving business. Thank you so much for your time.